When I think of my mother, I have hundreds of memories, almost all fond ones. My mom never looked for the limelight, was grounded and independent to the end. She was nearly 94 years old before she requested more significant care assistance. We know that she probably needed help sooner, but that was not her way. She was not a complainer. She was foremost an observer, a reader, and thinker. But that is not to say she was not sociable and warm. This week, the tributes we have received repeatedly mention her hearty laugh. She was a widow for 52 years, spent a lot of time alone. Nonetheless, she seemed to be comfortable with people of any disposition. She was always cautious, yet attracted to those, both quiet and outgoing. Two of her closest friends from Medfield, Barbara and Shirley, were seemingly opposite in nature from Mom. But my mother got along famously with them. She treated everybody with respect. My mother was a tireless sports fan. It goes far beyond the passion for the Red Sox and Celtics. From Jeff's high school football games to all the running events, she would be there, rain or shine. And it continued when she moved to Auburn, as she would look forward to seeing Cousin Alan behind the plate in a softball game. She would even attend the games by my adult frisbee club, sometimes being the only fan in attendance. I remember her cooking, highlighted but not limited to desserts. Beyond the legendary applesauce, there were the pies, Congo bars, and pound cake, to name a few. I remember in 1990 her going into the hospital with bladder cancer, and Mom wondered if she would ever leave. She beat the illness and never looked back for 30 more, mostly active years. I remember the great times with her on the summer trips to Maine, starting in the 60s, and the wonderful times camping from Cape Cod to Caraton. I remember her quietly knitting, macrame, sewing, making Afghans. She always seemed to be making something for somebody. And not counting the Red Sox, or occasional lapses by her sons, I only remember her getting mad once in the Medfield days, when the washing machine flooded the basement. Yelling was not her way. For our dogs, Blossom and Patches. I remember my mom's horror when Patches escaped the car unseen while we were at a restaurant in Portsmouth, and discovered only when we were miles north on the interstate. A chapter right out of Home Alone. And I'm amazed and comforted how she was remembered so well 40 years later by former Medfield residents from her time at the bank and other community events. I am especially comforted by having had her company for such a long period of time. This was a blessing.